again.
May I say, Honorable Commissioner, that is probably a one-off, exception, or maybe on days when I have
I didn't tell you that I travel one day. I said that we have conducted a study.
A study over what period of time?
That is from 4 p.m.
Now I'm talking of the number of
Monday
days
to Friday,
or weeks
Monday to Friday.
or months.
Let me tell you,
because I have the occasional meetings either at Google or one of our partners on the island. It's either Ikoyi or Victoria Island, and I leave the office, and then on my way back, I have to get out of there.
I told you. Let me repeat it. If you leave CMS Marina, or you leave the other point is Osborne.
Yes.
That is
Osborne is just down there.
Now, the problem you face if you leave from VI, that's what I want. That's the next information to give you. If you now leave from VI, what I mentioned is a different story, because all of you are leaving at about 4:30, and you're all pushing towards that funnel at Osborne to link Third Mainland. So you could spend 1 hour within Victoria Island. That is the
before you get to
Third Mainland. So when you now add that to your time, that's what makes your journey 2 hours. Now, because you are living in the evening, it looks to you like 3 hours, because you're already tired, you are in a hurry, you just want to get up. Now, that's why we advise people, when you're traveling, try and figure out how long it takes you, so that if you know it normally takes you 2 hours, and it is only a rush hour kind of traffic. If you go through that road by 4, like you said, you are flying like a jet on that road. So it tells you the congestion is related to activity period. Now, is that the situation all over Lagos? Definitely not. So what I'm saying is not as if there is no congestion. Lagos is expected to be a congestion prone city because of the population, the size, and the fact that we are yet to develop a real infrastructure. We are dependent mostly on road and to some extent the water transport. But all these stories, these problem-related issues will be less. I'm not saying it should go away, because with the rail that is coming, will also come its own burden. The prosperity will improve.
Likely to take off.
Now, infrastructure-wise, from Eric Moore, that is National Theatre End, to Mile 2, the road is done. The rail line is progressing almost done.
Okay.
Now, when you complete, then the road has now continued from Mile 2 going towards Lasso.
Okay.
Now, when the road is done, the rail track goes on the road. Okay. Now, the train, we are not going to run the rolling stock with our own resources. We're building the ad core with our resources. That will be concession, and that discussion is going to the final stage. Now, when that is ended, they will now bring in the rolling stock. So all we can say now is, it's not. I can look at another maximum for the roadworks and the rail track to be completed before the end of this administration. When the rolling stock moves in, is a factor. If nobody goes to court again, I'm not giving a definite date. I'm saying I can look like this looks more like it will just definitely be before the end of this administration. So Lagosians can be don't mind you. I don't know if you have witnessed anyone as old as we are. I don't know how many we have witnessed. How many of such landmark projects. Rail construction is a precision engineering. After completion, then you have to go into the process of testing. Then the people who are coming to concession will have to be sure that everything is right. One single accident could be fatal. So I can talk more about the infrastructure completion now. I won't be in position to talk about the rolling stock and the takeoff.
Okay. What about the new traffic laws? The last time you were here, you were talking about something couldn't start because you were still putting up the road signs and all that.
Okay.
The signs are all up now. So how far has that
we have the first phase of the traffic law implementation has been very, very fantastic. We have seen a lot of voluntary compliance with most of the aspects of the law. In terms of motorcycle accident, we have witnessed 3 consecutive months. That is from April, May, June of 0 reported accident, motorbike deaths in any of our hospitals. That's fantastic. Now, the next phase we are now going is the public transport management stage. Now, we spent the first 1 year to get on the low-hanging fruits, ensure people understand the law and the relevance and why. Now, the public mass transit, public transport aspect of it is what we are going to now. We are now facing those yellow things on the road. Now, they constitute another bad part of the public road habit we have. We are going to have a stakeholder meeting very soon. It should have been on October 11. We push it forward because of the Salah thing. A lot of people out of the country, and we felt it's better they all be around. We'll be meeting with them to introduce to them the aspect of the law that has to do with it, and that is one, drivers and conductors will start wearing uniform. They have agreed. We have chosen a uniform, and we have shown the prototype. They agree. That's one. Two, we are going back to the routing system. We have vehicles, we now have routes. You recall during the early days of enforcement of the motorcycle, people were found at some bus stops in mass, and they were. And I did mention at that point that the problem is the spatial distribution of the vehicle is not right. So you don't see every downfall flying in the same place, believing that's right. And you notice that thing out after a while. But we want to now perfect it by now giving them routes. If your route is Lagos to Abeokuta, if your route is Alausa to Ikeja, you cannot be found somewhere else because you will boldly display on your vehicle. Now we are going to ownership registration. If you have a downfall, you can't just buy one, paint it yellow, and put it on the road. You must have an owner's license. That's the requirement of the law. And what that means is that we now know who owns it. We now know who to hold responsible in case it commits anything. Then we now have what you call the driver badge. When you enter a downfall now, you now see clearly who is the driver. His badge is going to be there.
With his picture?
With his picture. The conductor's badge with his picture. But the owner, you won't see the picture. You just see the certificate. Then the third level is now, we're now going to the taxi system. We're now reorganizing the taxi system completely.